2 months ago, I asked Olivia, what exactly should I say tonight? And in true Ditmar's impatient tone that she has practiced and rehearsed for all these years, she said, just Google it, Dad. Don't bother me, just Google it. So I did, and I have 4 requirements of this speech, really. Well, there's a lot, but I chose 4. Welcome all of you today. Acknowledge the groom. Sprinkle in some fond memories, which have already been done, of course, and tell them that you love them both. And all of that sounds rather easy, but it actually isn't. So, welcoming the guests. There's nothing like these events, and especially over the last 2 years, where you may have taken these things for granted in the past, to get a room full of friends and colleagues and coworkers together again, and just raise a glass and share a story, have a dance later on. The last 2 years have certainly taught me not to take these things for granted, and I'm sure you all feel the same. Personally, it's an incredible night for me to rekindle my Windsor relations for all of my friends. I'm very thankful to see Andrea and John and Angela and Paul, and of course Nina, even though she hit me with her cane when I walked in.
Oh, good work, Mom.
Big Lou is not here tonight, but his presence is still here in the room. I want you all to know that I think of you often, and it's lovely to see you, of course. Joanne and Mark, I admire what you've accomplished with your family, and completely awestruck by Joanne's recovery and determination. Truly is impressive. I really enjoyed our conversation that we had back at my sister's cottage, and I really mean, you do inspire me. Shane is a great young man, and it's clear he's learned values from both of you. My sister Dana, Annie, and I look forward to creating new shared memories and milestones with your family. So the second thing on my Google list was acknowledge the groom. This is probably the easiest part of the speech. Shane is a passionate sports fan. I work at the Toronto Blue Jays. I think most of you know that, making me uniquely qualified to make some observations about Shane's love of sports and how perhaps that love of sports has prepared him for today. So you're likely thinking, what is Mark talking about? And it's a fair question. Let me explain a little bit further. Shane is a passionate Buffalo Bills fan, 10 out of 10, maybe even more. He's attended booze-fueled tailgate parties in Buffalo at the stadium. He's witnessed Bill's Mafia jumping off the roofs of RVs onto tables filled with beer, and even occasionally watching a fan accidentally lighting themselves on fire when tipping over their barbecue. All of this, despite the Buffalo Bills being historically shitty NFL team. So while I was Googling, I took the time to back up this knowledge. Since Olivia's birth date of October 17th, 1992, the Buffalo Bills have played 500 games. The Bills have lost 300 of those games and only won 200, and that's a 60% lose rate. So my original thesis of this passionate sports fan was how this has prepared him for today. So it's clear the Buffalo Bills fans have suffered. Despite all this agony, he has learned the skills for a successful marriage and to be a good life partner. The strength to persevere and remain loyal despite losing season after losing season. The value of grit and determination to fight through horrible quarterbacks like Ryan Fitztragic. And more recently, learning from their past failures to celebrate a championship season in 2020. Apply these life lessons to your relationship with Olivia, Shane, and you will win life's Super Bowl, just like possibly the 2021 Buffalo Bills. And one more thing that supports my original thesis, none of this would have been possible. You would not be ready for this day if you ever were to decide to cheer for a great quarterback like Tom Brady or the Super Bowl dynasty New England Patriots. So, my son Matthew appreciates that line. So, lastly, what I was supposed to do today is sprinkle in some memories and tell them I love them both. A lasting memory I want to share with you about Olivia and her mom. When Olivia was a baby, a toddler, or a little girl, Gina would sing, hum, or whisper a special song to Olivia hundreds, possibly thousands of times, and each time the song was always soft and gentle and loving. And I believe the words to the song are the glue to your special bond. And
Oh, no, I'm going to lose it.
And the song, and Mark, you said not to sing, but I'm going to break that rule. The song goes, he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand. So that is the song that Gina used to sing to you every day. And I want you to know, Olivia, you are shining like the sun today. And Shane, it's now your job to keep her on eagle's wings. Mom and I are very proud of you and love you both.